All three House state budgets have been rolled out and public hearings are taking place. Soon they'll be coming to the House floor for a vote. You serve on the House Appropriations Committee that considers spending within the state operating budget. What can you tell us about this proposal?
Over the past 10 years, state spending has more than doubled from nearly $34 billion to just under $70 billion in this budget proposal. It leaves about $2.4 billion in reserves at the end of the outlook period, which is less than what the state treasurer has suggested. The state treasurer suggests that we have a 10% balance left over, and the House version of the operating budget brings it down to about 7%. One positive thing about the budget is that it doesn't raise taxes, so we have that for now. But at the same time, with all the additional revenue that we've received, it doesn't include a tax cut for Washingtonians either. And there's a number of things that are contributing to the current economic forecast. Continued high interest rates, inflation, that's driving some of the lower tax collection that we've seen this year. And mainly that's coming from large purchases and real estate excise tax being a little bit lower.
The Washington State Supreme Court recently upheld the Democrats' capital gains tax as constitutional, saying it's an excise tax. Do you have any concerns about this ruling?
Well, the ruling was shocking but not surprising. The state Supreme Court kind of signaled when they let the legislature know that they could go ahead and continue to collect that revenue before they had issued a decision, kind of signaled that that was the way they were leaning. But it's very different that the IRS and every other state considers capital gains as income. And the Washington State Supreme Court has just changed that definition to include an excise tax. So the big concern with that is that it lays the blueprint and the foundation for considering anything an excise tax in the future. And while this current ruling set at $250,000 doesn't affect most people, there's nothing stopping the legislature to lower that amount to any level, which would in turn affect a lot more people.
The transportation and capital budgets are also out. Is there anything significant in those budgets for the 25th district?
The transportation budget is a little bit different. It's a very bipartisan budget, and this one affects the 25th Legislative District because it includes a 2-year appropriation of $873 million for the State Route 167-509 Gateway project. And this budget continued to make some of those projects that we already have started a priority, and let's get those finished before we take on additional new projects. There's nearly $23 million in projects in the capital budget for the 25th Legislative District. That's exciting. I'm hoping to see some of these things come to fruition. There's more to be seen as both the House and Senate budgets are negotiated back and forth. But currently, there is $11 million in the new heating and air conditioning system at the Chief Leschi School. There is about $2.6 million for the Step-by-Step Early Learning Center. And there's also some monies for smaller projects around the district, like a new roof at the Puyallup Elks Lodge, emergency response and meeting space at Fenn Field, and renovation to the Puyallup VFW post.
Where can people get more information about your legislation, and also how can they get involved?
People can go to my website, representativekellychambers.com. Thank you, and it is an honor to serve you.